Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. It's game time, no pun intended. My man is here, Hurricane Game. Chuck Taylor, the motherfucking Game is here. What up, my G?
What's up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Game is here.
Yeah.
Listen, Game.
Hey, hold on. Don't make that Price is Right noise. What the fuck is that? Like, make some real, genuine.
With the Bob Barker shit, right?
Come on down.
Game, they said you got to buy everybody a pie pizza, whole pizza pie.
I'm with that.
Everybody get pizza, all on Game.
I'm getting money. It's good.
Exactly. Game is here. Listen, man, it's been a minute since I saw you, man. Last time I saw you, we were here. We always have a great time anytime I see the homie. Now, you got a new project on deck, so let's definitely talk about that, man. 1992. Off the rip, I want to know why the album title, and then I want to talk about the cover art.
92 was like a year that was real, like, crucial, you know what I'm saying, for me in my childhood. It was a lot of stuff going on around my life, like, you know what I'm saying, I was real heavy into basketball, you know, Magic Johnson, Bird, and, you know, Jordan won Olympic gold in 92. That's the year that the Dream Team was created. In Compton, in LA, and the surrounding areas, we had the riots. So I was out there in the riots, 12 years old, lost, still in baby cribs, and it wasn't even a baby in my family. No baby, nah,
right?
It was
just get the crib
wild,
for what?
man.
I don't know. Just grab it.
Yeah, and that's also the year that that I had to make a decision on which gang I wanted to be from, and it's just crazy thinking about how that process works out. It's like I grew up in a Crip neighborhood, and so all my friends was Crips, but I like the Bulls, and so I like red, and so I would always wear red, and so it only made sense. Like if I was gonna do the thing, you know what I'm saying? I could.
You gotta make sure your outfits still fly too. So,
but the sad part about that is that still in Los Angeles and Compton is that's around the age that gangs start playing tug of war with these kids. So at 12 and 13, these fatherless homes, you know, the mom loses their kid to the streets, and then the son becomes, you know, the father figures become, you know, the OGs from the hood, and it happens like that. It happened to me, and it happens, you know, in the world, and it's like, you know, my kid is 13 now, and even though he lived, you know, way out, and you know, I still got to make sure that, you know, he ain't getting not necessarily gangs where he live or where we live, but it's still, you know, marijuana influences and alcohol. That's the age where you start to get pulled in different directions. So as parents, you know what I'm saying, you got to be on, especially as fathers. If you have children, you got to look out.
Absolutely. Let's definitely clap it up for that. Now,
come on down.
Come on down, Kevin Smith. So I guess that kind of leads right into the cover art where there's tug of war. Now, for all of us as hip hop fans and heads, when you see that cover art, you automatically think Doggy Style.
I call Snoop.
You call Uncle Snoop.
I call Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But number one, Too Short album came out before Doggy Style, and it had the same cartoonish. You know what I'm saying? It was Short Dog, and it came out with the same cartoonish. So Snoop, you know what I'm saying, probably took a little thing from there. But I called Snoop directly. I was like, yo, I need your cousin number, Joe Cool, because I know he the only dude that could do the art like that. And so I called Joe Cool. It costs a little something because he classic. With it. His you know, he made classic
do
cartoons.
What? Oh yeah, we gonna make this happen.
Yeah, it's gonna take about 20,000. So yeah, we looked out for him, and he did an amazing job, and I'm real proud of the album, the artwork, and I think it's dope. My 7th album, which is wild to me because I just wanted to like meet Dr. Dre. I didn't even want to rap. I just wanted to shake the nigga hand, and here I am, 13 years later, 7 albums, 25 million sold, and just kind of having like being able to just look out for my family. My mom and my kids is all in private school, and they good, and you know, my extended family, and still being able 13 years later to travel to New York with 30 and 40 of my homies that never been out here. It's like, yo, these buildings. Then I'm like, nigga, this is just
the regular.
This is New York.
It's New York. It's what it is.
This is crazy. They just live up. And I'm like, yeah, so they live up.
We all the way up. Yeah. That's what it is, man. Listen, Game is here. It's Hip Hop Nation. If you want to get on the line, definitely holler at us, 877-60 Hip Hop. I'm going to let DJ Mark play something, man. We're going to get something off this new album, 1992. We're going to come back. We're going to chop it up with the homie Game. Y'all stay right here on the tour.
Right on, man.
Hop Nation, straight hip-hop hits, period. You know how we do, man. Channel 44, your tour guide, Torae, is here. My studio audience is here. Make some noise, y'all.
There we go. Genuine noise.
Motherfucking game time. You hear the voice, man. Game is here.
You know
we just heard.
I always forget that I could cuss on here. I'm so used to censoring myself for radio.
When
you cuss, I almost want to like slap your wrist. Like,
what are you doing?
Chill.
Now fuck that.
We on the air.
We cursing.
Yeah,
this is what we do up. This is what the people paying their money for.
So when you say that curse word, I'm like, ooh. Ooh.
We don't have those FCC problems up here, man.
Yeah,
that Game
man.
is here. We just heard something very dope off the 1992 album, man. A real personal story. I mean, obviously, all your music you talk about real shit, but you know, was it hard for you to open up and talk about shit like?
You know what it is that at this point, you know what I'm saying, being 36 years old, when I tell those stories, it almost seems like I'm telling the story of a boy that I looked in on his life and watched, because I don't really personally. Like now, I can't even remember that was really me. I know the stories and I lived through them, but it's like I just see the younger me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm thinking about it and when I'm telling the story, so it's kind of easy to just tell it. You know what I'm saying?
What would you if you could chop it up with a younger you? You know, maybe headed out to school one day or something,
beat that nigga ass.
or headed to you know, kick it with the Pyrus or whatever. What would you tell a young Game?
You know what? I would just try to guide him in an entirely different direction, man. I had so much going for me at a young age, man, and I was really good at a lot of things, and I was always really, you know what I'm saying, intuitive and smart, and you know what I'm saying, and I was just misguided, man, you know what I'm saying, but it happens in hoods all across America, all across the world, man. Children, you know, especially, you know, young African American males get lost, man. It's just a parental and an older family member thing, you know what I'm saying. If you pull those kids to the side, you can change their lives, man. And I've seen it. I've done it with just cats that are not from my hood or not my family or relatives. I mentored a few knuckleheads. I'm talking about niggas that 15 and 16 is with the business, shooting in broad day, and then turned them around, and now they just dumbed down and just working at the grocery store, but humble and chill. Right. So I've seen it happen, and that's just me. And just think about it: if you're the uncle, or you're the father, or you're the grandfather, you just the mama's new boyfriend. You just gotta just grab them, man, and just show them some love, man.
Yeah, we definitely need more of that in our neighborhoods for sure, man. Yeah. I think a lot of that stuff is systemic. You know what I'm saying? It's set up that way, and we kind of fall right into some of those traps and pitfalls. And you do a lot of other great things, man, with the Robin Hood Project, and you know what I'm saying, helping out families. And I be seeing you just pull out bread and give people money on the street.
I do it all the time, man. You know what it is? It's because
this nigga never gave me $1.
You know it's crazy, and I don't have it for you now either. Yeah, I was looking. I ain't got it today either. Yeah, but the thing about that is that I always want to help people, man. I'm always giving my money away. I still don't have a 501c3. If you don't know what that is, it's a tax write-off. I've given away like $3 million of my own personal money in my bank account. I've never been able to write it off or nothing. I don't even care about shit like that, because I remember wanting to be a rapper, and I remember setting my bar. If I told you what my bar, my standards was, like what I needed out of rap,
low.
Nigga, I wanted a Cadillac.
Okay.
An apartment with internet.
Gotta have internet.
And a cute girlfriend, nigga. That's all I wanted. One of the video joints, like from the Vibrant thing.
Okay,
like, that's when the video
light-skinned wavy joints.
In the Vibrant thing video, it was some things in there.
Shout to Q-Tip.
I would watch
Rest in peace to Dilla.
And think about if I really wanted to go there with my little man down there or not. Like them old BT videos, them was like,
that was it.
Soft porn for like a teenage boy. I'm telling you, man. But yeah, I had that's what I wanted, man. And so everything after I was able to attain those things, and I did buy a Cadillac, and I did get an apartment with some internet, played Madden all day. And so after I got those things, everything that I attained after that just became a bonus. And so anytime that I can give it back or do something, it's cool, because and now that I have everything, I could go back and live in a apartment with some Wi-Fi and drive a Cadillac, and I would still be content with my life and happy. So I'm not even tripping. So I mean, before I go, I'm spending it all. My kid's gonna be like, yo, it's nothing to fight over, because he didn't leave a shit. I'm spending it on people, things that I want, my children, my family, strangers, anybody that I can help. I'm getting out of here with it, because I ain't never seen nobody stuff an Escalade in the casket.
Absolutely can't do that. Can't take it with you. How are the kids doing?
My son just got off punishment. My oldest son,
Harlem.
He said some sideways shit to his mom, and it wasn't even like no real, he didn't curse or he didn't, you know what I'm saying, but she asked him to do something, and he was like, well, why? And I was like, she called me. I said, look, dude, I'll put you on a plane for 5 hours
right.
just to beat you.
Just to beat you, and then send you back.
And that's it. I'm gonna get you a round trip. It's going to be about a 10-hour trip. I'm going to whoop your ass when you get here, and I'm going to send you back. He ain't never had a whooping. So what I did is I told her, and his mom is so passive, and she just nice, and she was like, I wasn't going to tell you, but, you know, it caught me off guard. And I'm like, yeah, I got one of those girls from the hood. She from Compton, but she just was like bust out to the white school and all of that. She like Nia Long on Boys in the Hood.
I was just saying that.
Her
like
mama
Brandy.
didn't know her. No, everybody wanted to be with her, but her mama ain't let her come outside. You only seen her going to school and coming. So I finally got her because I would help her mom, like, plant flowers and do some nice shit. And I worked my way in.
Game always had game.
I worked my way in, but I finally got her. But anyway, long story short, she told me, and I just told her, well, this time you got to get a little gangster. She was like, I don't know how to be gangster. And I'm like, yo, you got to go in there and show him who's the boss. So go in there and just snatch the Xbox, PlayStation, just snatch it out the wall. And when I talked to my son, I'm like, did your mom take your Xbox? He said, yeah, she broke the shit. She broke everything. And I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I put him on punishment for, I left on the 3rd. He just got off punishment today. He was on punishment for about 2.5 weeks. No iPhone, no nothing. I made this nigga read like Moby Dick. Like I made it like he been reading some shit. He probably ain't never read this much in his life. Kids these days, they read everything online and they can scroll. This nigga, you can't scroll them pages, nigga. You gonna get these paper cuts, nigga. You got to learn a new way.
You gonna get this work.
So he ever since he got off punishment today, he texted me 10 times. How's your day, Dad? You're good? You okay? You going up serious? Yeah, that's dope. And so he in line, man. So yeah,
that's
but
what
the
it
kids
is.
are good.
They
Callie
good.
just walked in the New York Fashion Week.
I saw that,
for Nike.
Man. That's amazing.
And for Guess.
That's amazing.
Young Wilhelmina Kids model. She got an agent. She talking different and texting different. And I'm like, Callie, I love you. The best on the world. She just hit me with the THX. Thanks.
Oh, I had the computer. I need to see this shit to know what it means.
As parents these days, when you have young kids, you have to make sure that you text them 4 words because you don't want them to go right at school with the THX or put a U and think that that's going to suffice in class.
Absolutely.
So I make sure that I type out 4 words. And so for her to hit me with the THX, it's like...
Yo, she was busy, man. She was in between. She had to change.
It's getting crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's getting crazy, man.
Is it?
She only 6.
Do you have any trepidation with her being in this industry, knowing, you know what I'm saying, what a monster it is?
Nah, I'm psycho freaky killer Jason. So I'm like, she can go as far as it'll take her, man. And we're talking, she just got she about to sign on with Nickelodeon Print and start doing modeling for Nickelodeon. Like, what the fuck? Who are you?
Right.
You
she ain't gonna need to fight over your money. She's gonna be straight.
She's hella busy. She don't have time for the hugs and shit no more. You know what I'm saying? She's in and out the door. And then I got my 9-year-old who's the most he's the most like me out of all of them. So he got a listening thing. He don't like to listen. So he be right here, but he don't hear you. And it's like, I don't want my kids. And so, what I do is I make the old game face from the old magazines and that shit work with him. And he get in line, man. But yeah, my kids, they good. They all different. They happy and they chill, man.
That's
the 9-year-old, he's, I got to watch him.
That's what's up, man. Hip Hop Nation, listen, this is what we do, man. Game is here. We got a live studio audience. Make some noise.
Live.
And we got DJ Mark holding down the music. If you want to get involved with the conversation, hit us up at Hip Hop Nation on that Twitter, on that gram. Make sure you following, and 877-60 Hip Hop is the number. Can we get something else on from that album? Let's do that, man. Hip Hop Nation, we do it straight. Hip Hop hits, period.